welcome back to my channel. I do want to let you know though that I know that I have been filming almost every day this week. I'm going to go back to my regular schedule, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays, so please keep that in mind if you start seeing less videos coming from me. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. And today's review is about Christina Lauren's The House. This is what the cover of the book looks like. I really loved it. It drew me to the book, and this is what the back of the book looks like. And it is about a girl named Delilah. She is a senior in high school, and she was sent off to a private Catholic school because she got into a fight with two boys defending another boy, and her parents being very what's the word for it? Being where they are very conscious of everybody's impressions of them. They went ahead and hauled her away because, you know, they want to look perfect. And when she comes back, because they're having some financial issues, she sees the boy that she has defended previously back before she got sent away, and he has grown up, and to her, he is just gorgeous. So she starts pursuing him, and in pursuing him, she realizes that the house that he lives in isn't exactly like everybody else's, and his secret is a little bit more darker than others. So I really thought that this was going to be a really good like ghost story, because when you read the back of the book, obviously it mentions the house. And so I went to read this, and I want to say that I was 10 pages in, and if you choose to read this book, you'll know this too. She waxes so much that you will have it thoroughly ingrained in your brain that Gavin, her love interest, is tall, has dark hair, is muscular, has a little bit of chest hair, and he is basically like flawless human being, and she is obsessed with him to like a predatory level. So I was like, okay, I get the point, let's move on. And another thing that really annoyed me about this book is that it is set in 2015, or at least that is when it was published, and in the book it references shows that like iZombie and The Walking Dead. The gothic genre is so prevalent nowadays, especially if the book is set in 2015, because then you have like Bates Hotel, you have like you have Crimson Peak from the movies, you have obviously The Walking Dead and iZombie, you have a bunch of other shows that are part of the gothic genre, and she's waxing about how liking these shows makes her so different. She's such a gore lover and gothic lover, and like nobody else would understand. She's such a freak, and I'm thinking, girl, these are all mainstream. That means even your preppy people in high school enjoy these. So no one's thinking you're a freak. So I'm just thinking that maybe she didn't do enough research about current day teenagers, because that wouldn't be something that would be considered something that made her freak. At least from where I have siblings that are that age, and from when I spoke with them, they were like, no, that's not freakiness. So yeah. And then another bad point that I found was that Gavin has like the talking speech in his mind about his house, like Jack from The Room, not like the movie The Room, but like the book The Room, and from Emma Donahue. And I was so taken aback by that, because I mean, like, even kids nowadays have more advancement than piano, closet, shed. There's things, people are more creative nowadays with that, and I'm just like, you've went to school. The house made sure you went to school, Gavin. You may not be able to watch TV at home, but you can watch TV or interact with other people, because you mentioned that you have friends at work and at school, but you just don't bring them to your house. So there has to be something that you can relate to, and you're not that of a 2-year-old. So that was a down point for me, which brought the rating from the book down like 3 gigantic points. And other than that, for the good points, it did wrap up really well. It gave you a nice ending conclusion, really good positive ending. The book really got good as soon as the house started acting up. At first, Delilah thinks that the house is just very, it's a good house. She's really excited that it's a magical house that does these things. And, but then the house starts acting up because it realizes that Delilah is wanting to take him away. So I really thought that it could have gone better if the author hadn't had waxed on so hard about how much Delilah is a freak and she is like predatory in love with Gavin. And Gavin's just like, ooh, I'm kind of dark and mysterious too. And you're like, no boy, no. When I hear your inner thoughts with your POV and you act like, not act, but think like a 2-year-old, there's nothing really about you. So I didn't really care for Gavin, and I certainly didn't a whole lot care for Delilah. The more interesting part obviously was the house, and I wouldn't recommend this book because as far as ghost houses go, this is just I don't feel it. I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads because it rounded up, but I would give it like 1.4 for this book. Not 1.4, 1.5 for this book. The house and its antics near after it started acting up is really what drew me to the book. And just a little spoiler, FYI, you do not learn who the ghosts are that are inhabiting this house. You don't learn about them. It's a ghost story. At least to me it is. A ghost haunted house. And you don't learn about the ghosts. Which is interesting. Which is why I am second guessing the author who, I guess, beta read this. Masterfully told and wholly original. This is from the author of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Ransom Riggs. I don't believe you. So, but, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this book to you. I unfortunately do not have a book that I could recommend for haunted houses because I generally don't read those. So, I will check out some other haunted houses and maybe I can revise and give you some suggestions. Or if you have suggestions for me down below, if you read haunted house books, please, or ghost stories in general, please do tell me down below or link me reviews so I can go see some, so I can pick me out some books. I do thank you for coming and watching this video, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, guys, bye!